All right, people, you've reached episode 578, the final episode for today, which we all know is the torture episode. So the torture is going to be pretty mild today because I've only got one act to share with you. Although I have to admit, these guys have been talking about being eclectic. Well, I only have to share this one act and I can pretty much do a similar thing. Who am I talking about? Here we go. I'll bring up the share. I'm talking about Daddy Longlegs. There he is.
What the
He's
heck
a
is
happy
that?
fellow.
That's pretty cool. That's funny.
Now, this band is not to be confused with the more modern band called Daddy Longlegs. This is the 1970 to 1972 band that was very promising and a very promising debut. Let me read you a little bit about what it says here. All right, it says in 1970, the American band Daddy Longlegs released their self-titled debut album, which was a blend of country, blues, and pop. They were expatriates who had moved to England in the late 60s and became an instant hit with British underground audiences. Their music is often described as a joyous brew, and it really is a joyous brew, of blues, country, and folk rock, influenced by bands like The Band, The Byrds, and Buffalo Springfield. They were four Americans, Steve Hayton, Mo Armstrong, Cliff Garrison, and Kurt Kalamaki. They relocated to England in the late 60s, partly due to the Vietnam War and the draft, and they ultimately settled in the green fields of Castle Carey, Somerset. All right. Don't you want to hear it? Now, all four of these albums don't all have the same lineup, but lineups change, person here, person there. But they're all great albums, and they're all very eclectic. So what I'm going to do is take you on a very brief journey through the first album. And the other albums, I think, get even more eclectic. Let's just see what happens if I play a micro snips of 11 songs. First, you turn on the sound, and then we start snipping.
Hey gang, guess what? There's a big doing tonight at the school. All the fellas and all the girls gonna be there. I'm bringing my date, Sarah. I got some flowers and stuff for her. We're gonna rumble and stomp out tonight. Have a whale of a good time. Why don't you come on over?
25 seconds each. This will avoid copyright trouble.
Well, I've been overjoyed since I've...
He were on Warner Brothers Records. It's a major label. Good time
We're
music.
getting high again.
I think this might have been
We're
a single.
getting high again. Just like we used to do when I was with my friends. We're getting high again. We're getting high again.
Oh, that would be the one that would give me copyright trouble. High again. Instrumental.
This is like 71, 70, 71.
70. Cool. The vocal snuck in there.
Really cool.
I am here today.
Sounds like the Kinks there.
Say that I cannot.
That's got a 60s flavor all over it. Yeah.
Yeah.
motorcycle.
Motorcycle and a cowboy hat.
I think my favorite song is the last one.
Did you see motorcycle in a cowboy hat?
Might have had to cut it off. Behind the waterfall.
Take the back road to the canyon.
Yeah, so this is their most cohesive album. The others really go in different areas.
Take a seat, look at the meadow.
Oh, I went 28 seconds on that. Sorry about that. Simon and Garfunkel.
Cat Stevens.
No. Jug Band Blues. No. Well, you'll tell me later. Okay. Whiskey Moan and To the Rescue are almost done. Yeah, so the album reeks of 1970. It really does. Good time music.
When you look at that bottle, it's almost gone.
Finally, To the Rescue.
Born to be Wild.
Exactly. Which came first?
Well, I got up in the morning time. The sky turned gray to blue. The good times are coming. I feel the good times coming through.
It's coming soon, I guess. Okay.
Sounds like
All right.
Spirit
So
Boy.
Daddy Longlegs. You like that early 70s sound? This is just splattered all over with it. Second album was called Oakdown Farm from 71. The two albums in 72, The Three Musicians, and finally Shifting Sands. And then they broke up due to lack of success. So if you want to hear God's Army, you got to buy Shifting Sands. If you want to hear Methadone Blues, you got to buy The Three Musicians. You know, that's how it goes. I think it's worth buying. I bought them. Good albums. I've already recorded them with the CDs, especially with great haste, because I'm experiencing technical difficulties, which we'll talk about. Hopefully never again. But hold that thought, as I say. Find music. It's not just 578 videos on YouTube. It's also a group on Facebook where you can possibly find Charlie Zero. He's kind of mysteriously missing right now.
You talked about a power failure earlier.
Yeah, that could have been it.
Yeah.
But you'll definitely see posts by Fred and Jim and myself. That's for sure. And we want to see posts from you too. Okay, so head on over to the Find Music group on Facebook and watch for these videos. Make sure you watch them all. You'll get a lot of finding going on that way. Okay.